So have all you probably heard, looks like the Pac-10 is going to go after Utah, as they already have Colorado who will join the conference in 2011 or 2012. That's the most likely thing that's going to happen. Colorado has already signed, pretty much accepted our invitation, and in 2012 they'll be a Pac-10 member. The Pac-10 is now going after Utah, and it could be very soon before we'll have a Pac-12 in a couple of years. So, welcome, Colorado Buffaloes. I think, hopefully you can see this, but yeah, the Colorado Buffaloes have officially been a Pac-10 member. I do not own a Utah shirt, if y'all were wondering. I mean, I don't have every school out there, but the Buffaloes, my cousin goes there, so he like instantly wanted me to root for them when Big 12 schools played each other. So Dan Hawkins comes over to the Pac-10, the West Coast, if he still is coach or not, but they can't buy out his contract. The Utah Utes would provide a lot of help for the Pac-10, though. They've been a decent football school, as we all know, had their undefeated seasons. They've been pretty competitive for the most part, even against Pac-10 schools. Last year against Oregon, with a rebuilding squad, they were still competitive. They blew out UCLA back in 2007. Rather embarrassing. They beat Cal in a bowl game, I believe, last season. So they're still a competitive Utah team, even though they've been didn't have the greatest year last year. So Utah does bring help for athletics. They have good academics for this in that mountain region as well. So it's a good fit academically, profile-wise. Basketball-wise, they also have had decent success. I know they were a number 5 seed during the 2009 tournament. Not a whole lot otherwise. I know just Andrew Bogut was one of the top draft picks, I believe, of the school for Utah during the basketball teams. So Utah will provide good athletics, and Colorado has been a bottom feeder for some time in the Big 12. I know they've had history in the 90s, but right now they're a little bit irrelevant. We'll find out what happens with Colorado, but Utah will bring good athletics to the conference. This will most likely create a South and North. The South containing the LA schools, the Arizona schools, and then the new schools with Utah and Colorado. While the North will have the Oregon schools, the Washington schools, and Cal Stanford. So the only thing that's a blow if we split into divisions like this is that it would take away the California rivalry, because for me as a UCLA fan, I like playing Stanford and Cal every year. The California schools do have competition with each other. I mean, the North Cal and SoCal rivalry, it extends to college football in the Pac-10. And for those of you who don't know, it is a secondary rivalry, but it's still big when maybe not to you guys on a national scale, definitely locally here. The whole University of California system hates Stanford, and UCLA is no exception. Also, when Stanford plays USC, it's still the battle of high-profile private schools in California. And even when Cal plays UCLA, Cal likes to call UCLA the imitators of the, pretty much the imitators of Bears, because we're Bruins. They love to brag that they came first and UCLA is a secondary school. The rivalry is going to be gone. We're not going to see both teams at all times. I don't think we're going to do unless we do a permanent partner system, but you can't permanently rival two teams in the opposite division. It's sad, but at the same time, we just got to move on from it. This also was a blow to the Northwest, the Washington and Oregon schools. They like to recruit in Southern California a lot, and now that they won't be able to go down there every year, guaranteed, it definitely is a blow to them to go down south. Their exposure will not be as strong down there. But the good news for the conferences is they get the Utah and Colorado markets. I know people might say those are minor schools we took, but it's better than being a Pac-11, as I've said before. It's sad the Super Conference thing didn't work out, but I guess this is Plan B. Props to Larry Scott for at least having a new change into the Pac-10 and a new, really new motto and expansion, because our old guy Tom Hansen would have never done it. He was all traditional, conservative about it, and props to Larry Scott. The other thing I don't like, besides the California rivalries being taken away, is the scheduling for basketball. It will be probably like how the Big 12 does it, playing once in the opposite division, playing your own division twice, most likely. The Pac-10 had a flawless schedule since being a 10-team conference. You go up, a team will go up to Washington. They play Washington Huskies, then they'll play Washington State on the same week. They just saved money in travel. It was very simple like that, and I'm going to miss that easy scheduling and saving money. Hopefully they generate revenue for a TV network now that we have 2 teams. Looks like there won't be too much expansion talk going on unless the Big East really collapses or something, but right now it looks like we're locked with a Big Ten conference turning into 12 teams and the Big 12 turning into 10 teams. Looks like that's what's going to happen. Also, goodbye to Boise State, because Boise State has moved to the Mountain West. This fall, I will see Boise State in person for the last time as a WAC team, so goodbye to Boise State. And go Bruins, or the less. Welcome Colorado and Utah to the Pac-10. Hopefully this will really generate more revenue, and we'll see good athletics from Utah. We'll see what Colorado does, but they've been garbage, unfortunately. We'll see you later, and go Bruins.